all started on an ordinary morning. The sun was just beginning to rise, casting a soft golden light through the windows of a small, cozy home. Everything seemed calm and quiet. Birds chirped outside, and the faint hum of the neighborhood waking up could be heard in the background. At first glance, nothing about this day suggested that anything extraordinary was about to happen. But in one corner of the living room, a small, fluffy kitten was about to prove that even the tiniest creatures can surprise us in the most unexpected ways. This kitten was no different from countless others in its size and appearance. Its fur was soft and cream-colored, with a few faint orange patches that made it look like a little cloud of sunlight. Its eyes were wide, innocent, and shimmering with curiosity. Watching it, you could tell that it was still very young, still learning the basics of life, of movement, and of the world around it. Every sound, every shadow, every flicker of movement caught its attention. Its tiny ears twitched at even the faintest noise, and its little paws shuffled across the carpet as it explored its surroundings. Most people who see a kitten like this might expect the usual behavior: random bursts of energy, clumsy jumps, playful pounces, or a sudden retreat to the nearest hiding spot. That's what makes kittens adorable, unpredictable, and, frankly, a little chaotic. But what happened next was completely different. What this kitten did was something no one expected, something that would leave everyone watching in quiet amazement. It started with a small discovery. A tiny object lay on the floor. Maybe it was a crumpled piece of paper, a small toy, or perhaps just a shadow created by the morning sun filtering through the window blinds. Whatever it was, the kitten's eyes locked onto it. And then something remarkable happened. Instead of running away, instead of hesitating as most kittens would, it approached the object with cautious curiosity. It moved slowly, deliberately, each paw placed carefully on the soft carpet. Watching this tiny creature, you could almost feel its thought process. It stopped midway, lifted its head, and tilted it slightly, as if trying to understand the object before it. Most kittens at this age act on instinct. A sudden noise or a new object usually triggers immediate reactions: a startled jump, a loud meow, or a sudden retreat. But this kitten was different, calm, patient, and surprisingly confident for its age. Then came the first touch. With its tiny paw, it reached out and tapped the object gently. The movement was slow and deliberate, careful not to knock it over or disturb it too much. And the reaction that followed was something that no one could have predicted. Instead of immediately chasing it or batting it around like most kittens would, it sat down. Just like that, sitting quietly, calmly, as if it understood that rushing was unnecessary. This simple act of patience amazed everyone watching, because it wasn't just a cute pose. It was evidence of awareness, a sign that this kitten was observing, analyzing, and making decisions rather than reacting purely on instinct. Over the next few minutes, the kitten continued to interact with the object in a way that was thoughtful and measured. It tapped, it nudged, and it circled, always careful, always in control of its tiny movements. As the day went on, the kitten's confidence seemed to grow. It started exploring the room more boldly, walking closer to other objects, and even approaching the humans nearby without hesitation. Its tail lifted slightly, a small but clear sign of curiosity and comfort. Each step was precise, each glance deliberate. Unlike most kittens who dart from one place to another in bursts of energy, This one move was a kind of quiet determination, a grace that seemed almost intentional. But the truly unexpected moment came when the kitten noticed something new. A sound from the far side of the room, a soft rattle, perhaps a toy, or the faint noise of a door closing. Most kittens would sprint toward the sound, full of frantic energy and excitement. But not this one. It paused, its ears perked up, and it stayed still, taking in every detail. Then, slowly, deliberately, it moved toward the sound, one careful step at a time. What made this moment so remarkable wasn't just the kitten's reaction, but the way it approached the unknown. It wasn't reckless. It wasn't nervous. It wasn't rushing. It was methodical. And in those few moments, it was clear that this tiny creature had a level of awareness and intelligence that went beyond what anyone expected from a kitten of its age. As the day continued, the kitten encountered other small challenges. A ball rolled across the floor, a small pile of pillows blocked its path, and a shadow danced on the wall as sunlight shifted through the window. Each time, the kitten reacted with patience and thought. Sometimes it would jump over an obstacle. Sometimes it would walk around it. But never once did it act recklessly. Its movements were calculated, and its curiosity was tempered with caution. Watching this, the humans in the room couldn't help but smile. It was rare to see such calm and intelligence in such a young animal. Kittens are usually a bundle of chaotic energy, but this one was a quiet problem solver. Every small victory, tapping a toy, navigating a pillow, approaching a new sound, added to its growing confidence. Each moment built upon the last, creating a sense of progression that was fascinating to observe. The kitten's behavior was so unexpected that it started to attract attention online. Clips of its careful, thoughtful interactions were shared across social media. Viewers were amazed by the patience and awareness displayed by a creature so young. Comments flooded in, praising its intelligence, its curiosity, and the quiet bravery it displayed in exploring its environment. Many admitted that they had never seen a kitten behave in such a way, and that witnessing it felt like seeing a little miracle unfold before their eyes. And then, just when it seemed like the day couldn't get any more surprising, the kitten did something else entirely. A larger object, perhaps a box or a small piece of furniture, was placed nearby. Most kittens would be intimidated or avoid it altogether. But this kitten, it walked straight up to it, examined it from all angles, and then, with a small leap and careful steps, managed to climb on top. The grace and precision of the movement were astonishing. It didn't stumble. It didn't panic. It simply adapted, calculated, and succeeded. By now, it was clear to everyone watching that this kitten wasn't just adorable, it was brave, clever, and thoughtful. Its actions were teaching a subtle lesson about curiosity, patience, and courage. Even the smallest creatures, often underestimated, have the ability to surprise us and to show intelligence and awareness that we don't always expect. Later, as the day wound down, the kitten curled up in its favorite spot by the window. The sun was setting, casting a warm glow across the room. It yawned, stretched, and nestled into a soft blanket. To anyone else, it might have seemed like an ordinary, peaceful moment. But for those who had watched the events of the day unfold, it was a perfect ending to a story of unexpected intelligence, quiet courage, and gentle curiosity. The moral of the story is simple yet powerful. Sometimes we overlook the small creatures around us. We underestimate their capabilities, their awareness, and their intelligence. But even the tiniest kitten can show courage, thoughtfulness, and patience in ways that leave a lasting impression. So the next time you see a small animal, take a moment to watch. Observe. You might be surprised at just how much they are capable of. And who knows, you might witness a moment that no one expected, a moment that changes the way you think about the little things in life. This kitten did something no one expected, and in doing so, it reminded us all of the beauty of curiosity, the power of patience, and the quiet strength that lies in even the smallest of creatures. If you enjoyed watching this kitten's journey, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more heart-melting, unexpected moments from the world of cats. Every video brings another tiny adventure, another lesson, and another reason to fall in love with the incredible world of kittens.